Hi Unique Beauties, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be kind of all over the place. I started to film it and then my phone, because I think it's sick of me recording myself, it's like, what is this bitch doing? So yeah, so it cut me off. I completely exited out. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start my intro again, but make sure you guys please subscribe. We are at 200 of you amazing people, so thank you so much for being part of my family and friends. And today's video, like I said, is going to be emotional. It's going to explain a lot, and my disclaimer is I am not a medical doctor. Like, I don't know anything like medically at all, so I just know what I've been through, what Dee's going through, that kind of thing. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask me, but make sure you ask your doctor too, because it's very, very extremely important. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. I like to procrastinate and just talk about other things other than what I need to talk about. Again, like, make sure, like, if you guys have any questions, you can ask, but make sure you revert back to your doctor. But I'm gonna explain like the personal, like what Dee and I are going through, what we're experiencing. And then first I'm going to start with me, because if I do like talk about Dee first, I'm going to be way too emotional to even talk about myself. So over on Instagram, you guys have been so helpful and so supportive, so thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Like, so A Day in a Life, Michelle, she's here on YouTube. She has gone through some things. I'm not going to disclose all her stuff, but what Dee has gone through too, like, so like they can relate to each other. So I want to say thank you, Michelle. Thank you to everybody, all of you guys, so much. Like, you guys have no idea how supportive you guys are of me and how much I appreciate you guys. So with all that being said, I'm going to talk about myself because I'm starting to get really emotional. All right, so I am due for a hysterectomy August 5th. Some of you guys already know, but I don't like really talk about it too much out in the open, but I am now. I have uterine fibroids. I had 2 procedures that just won't like work. Like, for some reason, like, I just had an ultrasound. My fibroids actually have indeed grown even more. So they just like to make me miserable. And so finally my insurance is like, hey, yeah, go ahead. I guess we'll pay for it. And so August 5th is the date, depending upon what's going on with Dee. Like, I'll know more on Wednesday, so I'll update you over on Instagram. And then maybe in the comments here so you guys know. So I'm taking a full week off to recover, recuperate. So I'm just going to be walking just a little bit to help, promote, like, prevent blood clots, that kind of thing. And they want you up and walking. So anyway, then I'm supposed to take it easy for 6 weeks. So after that, like, I'll be really, like, focusing on just getting to 100 again, 100%. And then in the fall, I'm going to come back with a bang for you guys. I'm going to be doing a bunch of collab videos with my best friend, Ariel. You guys know I talk about her a lot. I collab with her a lot. I swear we need our own YouTube channel. So I wish we could. If we lived together, like, not together, but like in the same state at least, or closer, we would probably have our own YouTube channel. So be excited for that, because we're just so pumped. We're doing live collabs and then a monthly collab. And I know, like, some of you guys have asked me to be a part of a monthly collab with you guys, and I turned it down just because I know what I'm about to go through, and you guys are doing the collabs now. So if you guys want me in the future, in the fall, let me know, because I'm going to be open to do more collabs. I will have 4 days off. I will be only working 3 days. I'm starting a new position, and then I'm going to school part-time. So that's what's going on with me, okay? That's just kind of like in a nutshell, kind of like I have like ear issues, like I have vestibular, what is it, like vestibular, it's like hyperacusis is what it's called, where I hear like noises and they really highly irritate me, and it's like the nerve in my ear. It will start hurting. Like, right now I have the cotton ball out, but you probably can see on my Instagram sometimes, because when I do my stories, it's just like at random, so like it's just in there. It's just there. But yeah, so and then it's causing like all my neck issues. Like, when I go to my appointments, it's causing like my neck to like feel like it's on fire, like legit like burn. but my doctor just prescribed gabapentin, which is like a nerve blocker. I don't know, like helps with your nerves. And so it takes a couple weeks to kick in, so hopefully it does soon, because when I restart back up therapy, I want to be ready to go. So, and then the good thing from all that torture, because like I'll come home and be in like legit so much pain, I can't even think straight, and it's worth it, like they say, because like it's gonna help me get better. And then I went to my eye doctor appointment and for my contacts, and my eyesight actually improved. And she asked me if I was doing anything different, and I'm like, no. And then I was like, wait, I'm going to vestibular therapy and stuff, and they work on my like nerves and stuff like back here. And sometimes when I'm in a session, my eyes will like legit like twitch, and I can feel it deep inside, like in my sockets. It's so trippy, you guys. But she said that's actually why my eyesight probably improved, because it's like on that nerve and it's releasing that pressure, so it's able to come out. So I'm like, yes. So there is a positive to all this torture, and eventually it won't be hurting. But I'm just so like tensed in my neck and stuff from my vestibular thing, and then my jaw is shifting to the left, so you can't tell just by looking. And then I now have like it's just a subtle one, you can never tell. Like my dentist was like surprised even seeing it, but I used to never have that. So it's just like everything's just shifting and causing all this pressure on my ear nerve. And so anyway, yeah, I have all that. But I just want you guys to know some about my medical, because sometimes I'm gonna be absent here and there. Now I'm procrastinating because I'm going to talk about D. And so yeah, so last Wednesday he went to get a cardiac catheter, I believe it's called, where they put a camera in his arm, like in his artery in his wrist. They go up through it, and then they look at his heart. His surgeon was very, very surprised to find that his heart's weak, and 4 of his arteries are clogged a bit, 98% I think. And yeah, like one's at 100%. So he goes next week on the 28th. It's a Wednesday, next Wednesday. So just in a few days to see his surgeon's partner and schedule his open heart surgery as soon as possible. And it's very emotional, guys. It's like really hard. And that's why I thank you guys so much for all your support and all your guys' love. And Michelle has gone through, you know, similar situations, and she really talked to us, and it felt like, you know, for the first time since hearing this news, like we weren't alone. And Ariel, she's told me that to reach out to Michelle. So thank you, Ari, for that. So yeah, so she got us in touch, and yeah, and then Michelle lives in the same state too, so I know if something really, like if I really need her, like without a doubt, I would definitely believe that she would come to me. Like I have that feeling, you know. But all I'm asking is just for you guys to pray and be patient with me, because it's a big thing. Like this is huge. I'll probably leave in the comments when his surgery is. He's 45 years old, so he's young, and you know, it's scary. And they say like after he's gonna feel so much better, because right now he's like really weak a lot, like he's tired, and he's the type of guy that likes to go, like he likes to be doing something always. And I'm sure over on Instagram you guys see it, because he is constantly like outside doing stuff, and it's nice. And he always likes to work on the cars, like do stuff, like, you know, but he can't do any of that until after the surgery, because he cannot do anything to elevate his heart or his stress. And yeah, so that's where we are with that. And you know, I have faith, like, you know, I read the Bible app every morning, and I really focus, like I've been meditating on the Word of God like recently, like really trying to hone in on that, be very positive, because it's easy for me to be positive for myself. Like I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll be fine, like I'm going through another surgery, yeah, whatever. But this is my husband, and this is his heart. And you know, he had pancreatic cancer in the past. With God of grace, he cured it. and he became diabetic because his pancreas wouldn't secrete the insulin. And so now what does it do next? It affects your major organs, like your heart. And so hopefully after this, like, he'll be able to exercise, be like, you know, super healthy, and get rid of that diabetes. Hopefully that's what I'm praying for. And I keep focusing on the after, not the, I'm trying not to focus on the what if. I'm trying to focus on after. He'll feel more energized, he'll feel better. We won't have to stress about, like, okay, is he gonna have a heart attack? Like, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm very grateful that we did find out when we found out. And he found out because he started having like this weird feeling in his chest, like almost like he was breathing cold air is how he describes it. And then his right arm would actually feel like, you know, was doing something weird. And, you know, cutting the grass, it was like too much for him. So his doctor, his primary doctor, got him a stress test and found out that he wasn't getting oxygen enough. And so she sent him to cardiologist ASAP. And then this is when like all these other things happened. And so I feel like we caught it in time, so hopefully like between Wednesday and now, like, he's good. And then on Wednesday when I find out the surgery date, his surgery date, I will leave it in the comments, and I'll do it over on Instagram, so make sure you guys follow me there. I'll leave it, my link in the description. It's Trishan D. And yeah, just please pray, and the more people that pray, the way better. It will be, like, you know, so many of you already are, so thank you so much. You know, it means everything to me. You know, you guys message me on Instagram just to check and just be like, hey, how are you, like, doing, how is D? Like, it just means so much. And if you guys know personally someone that is going through this too as well, you know, open heart surgery is a scary thing, and I don't even know how to process it. But if you guys know of someone and you have any tips for D or for I, please let me know if they would be willing to talk to D, because he, even though he did talk to Michelle and stuff like that, but I feel like the more people he knows that have gone through this and experienced it, the more positive he will have an outlook on it. So yeah, I'm gonna be absent in August pretty much a lot. And then not just on YouTube, probably on Instagram. I've been slacking a lot over there anyway as is, and I feel horrible, but it's just hard to like get my emotions right and be in the right state of mind. But I feel like I'm in the right state of mind now finally, and then, you know, I'm more positive than what I was. Of course, the day of and the day after, I was in such a dark place, like, it was really bad. So, but I'm feeling like better, so hopefully, you know, everything's gonna be good. So I wanted to keep this video under 15 minutes so I can post it over on Instagram too, so you guys will see it in both spots, so you guys can be kept up to date on everything. But like I said, I'll leave in the comments when his surgery is going to be, and then I'll post it over on Instagram too. And then I might have to reschedule my hysterectomy depending upon when his surgery is, so it's like a lot of trying to figure everything out type thing. But I will definitely keep you guys updated, and don't hesitate to message me over on Instagram if you'd like. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me. I know this is like all over the place, but and I probably didn't go into full detail because it's just way too much, like, to try to explain everything. And but if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, or if you have any advice, let me know in the comments. DM me over on Instagram if you'd like, if you guys know anyone that has gone through this. All right, so love you guys.